You are now tuned in to Big Will Knows Wrestling. What's going on, everybody? It's Will from Big Will Knows Wrestling coming to you for episode 4. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I stuck through this, man, episode 4. But that's what happens when you don't give up and you know it's something that you're supposed to do and you just stick to it. I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm doing this. And I'm thankful that I'm doing this. Just a little quick side note, and I just want you to know that God will do things for you if this is what you're supposed to do. Side note, I put a trademark in for my name, Will Knows Wrestling. And I thought, oh, this name's not going to get accepted. And lo and behold, boom, Will Knows Wrestling. Got an email the other day. It's mine. I own that, and I'm thankful for that because that lets me know that I'm supposed to do it. And it's like one thing that I know is people will tell you you're supposed to do it when having back. I'll say my brother, West Hills College Kalinga football teammate, Nelson Gibson. I sent him my first episode. He saw it and he told me, he's like, Will, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Don't do nothing else but work your job and do this because you have a voice to talk and you know your wrestling stuff. He doesn't even watch wrestling. He learned what I was talking. He learned a lot from that first episode. So I appreciate you, Nelson. By the way, if you're in the state of Georgia or live in the greater Atlanta area, he works at Subaru and Gwinnett. Nelson Gibson, he'll hook you up with the best car. I'm not getting paid to do that, but that's my voice, my plug-in. But on this episode, we're going to talk about Raw, Smackdown, of course. A couple of little rumors that we heard going on. You know, that little noise about Ronda Rousey supposed to leave the WWE for point that came from Dave Meltzer. I ain't hearing that. Royal Rumble, NXT TakeOver Phoenix. I'll give you who I think is going to win, and we're going to go from there. But Royal Rumble, first of all, I was this close to going. This close. But vacation time wasn't put in fast enough. Couldn't get I didn't want to pay all the money out of pocket. I could have got the child pack. I just said, you know what? I'll just get ready for WrestleMania when it comes to Atlanta. Another plug, WrestleMania. Bring WrestleMania in Atlanta 2020. Hashtag. Make sure you keep up with it. But my favorite Royal Rumble, I'm going to cut to my favorite Royal Rumble moment. Well, it's not my favorite moment, but this is the moment where I was like, wow, this is really about to be the end of Roman Reigns. It's crazy. So I remember when Daniel Bryan had just came back, and I think the crowd was not expecting Daniel Bryan to be so over. Well, not the crowd, but WWE was expecting that to be so over. And the Philly fans, oh, they keep it real. Like, they'll let you know you trash, you suck. So apparently Roman Reigns, it looked like Roman Reigns is about to win the Royal Rumble. And I just heard people start booing, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I was really starting to like Roman Reigns. I still like Roman Reigns. I'm like, bro, are they really about to start booing him because he's about to win the Royal Rumble? Because he's about to get a push? And I'm like, hey, did WWE push the wrong superstar? Like, what's going on? Like, it's kind of crazy. I was just like, hey, man, what is really going on? But apparently, they knew Daniel Bryan was going to get injured. Was not injured, get eliminated. So Roman Reigns eliminated him, of course. And then out of nowhere, the crowd starts chanting Rusev. And I was like, oh, and I think this was what started off like this whole era of cheering for the heels, which is already done was being done in NXT. But this is what started it on the main roster because I've never heard, like, Rusev was like a full-blown heel. Nobody was cheering for Rusev. And this crowd was chanting for Rusev. Rock comes out, Rock bothers him, help Roman Reigns win the match or whatever. They booed the crap out of him. And it was kind of, it's kind of crazy because I was just like, wow, Roman. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like Roman Reigns shouldn't have got the push that he got at that time. Like, he was becoming a fan favorite, but I was like, yeah, you know, he's the guy. He is the guy. You know, he's earned that title, but I feel like it's a little too close. You know, it's kind of crazy how Seth Rollins was the one that turned, but Roman Reigns got the main roster push a little bit. I mean, Seth Rollins was still getting a couple things, but the big push was going to Roman Reigns. But I digress. We're gonna get into Raw and SmackDown. First of all, Raw, hell of a show. Like, I was impressed with what I was watching. That I thought was pretty good. I like the fact that Heavy Machinery finally debuted. It, uh, I liked it because they're my favorite tag team in NXT, but they're not finna get accepted on the main roster. It's just no way. And I think that it's going to be like that because you noticed, you know, a lot of people were chanting for Heavy Machinery when they came out. And it was like people know them, but it was kind of like, okay, hey, what's up? You're Heavy Machinery, whatever. Like it was whatever, you know. So like it wasn't really come off nothing big, and then this is not a big NXT call up, you know, because like consider other people. I think it's great to me because I like Heavy Machinery, but to you know, it wasn't well received, but hey, I guess it'll do for now. I'm really not liking what they're doing with EC3. It's really starting to piss me off. I'm like, bro, this is not who this guy is. He is the top 1%. Sus. What is he? What did you got him posing in the mirror for? And the thing that he's doing it, I'm like, bro, EC3, what are you doing? You're better than that. That's not what you do. Like, you know, you look like money. You smell like money. You're the top 1%. But digress. Which brings me to the almighty Bobby Lashley. I am buying it. I don't know what Leo Rush, like I said, greatest heater I've ever seen. This guy right here is the truth. He's a good manager and a great wrestler. He's the perfect combination. Vince had to see gold on him for real. They made him. He called himself the 24-year-old piece of gold, but he put him with Lashley, and Lashley is over than ever. Intercontinental champion, like he is on fire right now. And Apollo Crews, yes, like Apollo Crews is getting a great push, whatever, getting some main roster exposure. I mean, I really hope that they're really just pushing him because Apollo Crews is great, and like I really hope that they're pushing him so that he can get you know what I'm saying, so he can really stay with the company, so that he has a future with the company. That's what I'm really hoping that they're doing to him, and they're not just using him because all the people are injured, but great for him. Of course, the Revival is again. I think somebody posed the question. I saw it online. I can't remember where it's from. But is it the end of the Revival, or is this just a word? I don't know. FTR. I don't think the Revival, which goes back to the release movie I talked about on the last episode. The Revival are under contract till 2020, and WWE has let it be known that they're not releasing them. So I don't know where it goes with the titles, but the most interesting part was Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are back together as a tag team, which to me is kind of like, okay, a slap in the face to the Revival, who is getting tired of being stepped on and pushed on or whatever, or you know, it's a step in the wrong direction for the Revival, but the good direction for Zack Ryder. But like I said, is it a push to make sure Zack Ryder sticks around, or is it a push for? Is it, you know what I'm saying, legitimately like push? You know, because Zack Ryder is over. There's nowhere you can go. He's over. There's nothing you can do about that. But it's as far as the women's division, Sasha Banks and Bayley. They went against Ronda Rousey. That was in Natalia. That was a good match. Of course, Ron, Sasha Banks won, and her and Rousey kept getting into it. I'm just like, with them, I'm just like, okay, let's just get it over with. We all know Sasha Banks is not finna win this match. If she does, it'll surprise me. But we all know she's not winning. So why are we still sitting here dragging this on? Like, you're making her look strong, but it's not working. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to work it. As a fan, you're trying to work me. And I'm not buying that shit. I already know what's about to happen. Sasha's going to lose to Rousey. And that's going to be it. If Sasha magically, with the ounce, beats Ronda Rousey, like I said, I'll be shocked. Like, I'll be shocked. I'll be like, yo, okay, let's do business. But not really buying that. As far as SmackDown goes, SmackDown was pretty good as well. Highlight AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Of course, Daniel Bryan beat him up, which lets me kind of gives me the hint that maybe Daniel Bryan's gonna win the match, but I think AJ Styles is gonna win. Uh, what else? Naomi and Mandy Rose finally got to it, but got in a match. Mandy Rose run. Was they trying to push Mandy? And I'm like, really? So I feel like Naomi should have lost that match. They're pushing her. Miz got beat by Cesaro, and they got embarrassed on SmackDown Live. I mean, we all know. Like, I think most people kind of figured that Miz and Shane McMahon are going to win the tag team titles. I don't know where the storyline goes from there, but that's going to happen. Andrade Cien Almas and Rey Mysterio, man. What can I say? These two, I don't even know if they wrestled on the indies, but that chemistry is incredible because they did a 2 out of 3 falls match. I think, first of all, SmackDown is the A show right now because this is a good combination. Now, don't give it to me a third time. Just leave it there. Andrade versus Rey Mysterio. That's it. I don't want to see anymore. That's perfect. I'm right where I need to be. Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali. I had a good match. Joe kind of, Joe was really was doing good. Mustafa Ali was trying to keep up. But I think Joe beat him. And then Joe, of course, jumped in the match with Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas, which is great because I didn't really want to I didn't want to know who was going to win. But Andrade, Samoa Joe jumped in the match, tried to cut a promo that out of nowhere, Randy Orton pops up, which is like, Randy Orton is like the guy that he's just there to. It's like he knows what he's there to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's there to help put people over, but he's going to put people over his way. Like, he's not going to put you over by letting you beat him. He's going to put you over. He's going to break you down, beat you up, and then, you know what I'm saying, get the fans to buy into you. But he's going to do it in the Hill like magic, So he's killing it. He's killing it. But overall, right now, good show. I was really feeling SmackDown. Becky Lynch, Asuka. Asuka tried to attack Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch was not having it. This is going to be the match. I believe at Royal Rumble, that's going to be the match of the night right there, Becky and Asuka, because I really feel like Asuka. I think Becky is going to win, but I feel that Asuka can win too. And it's like one of those things I said before. It feels like an NXT takeover match. Like, you don't know who you want to cheer for. You want to cheer for Becky, you want to cheer for Asuka. Like, who you want to see win. As far as NXT UK, great. Walter showed up. He's eyeing that title, which lets me know he's going to be the next contender for the title, which is great. Because, they probably try to move Pete Dunne to the main roster or put Pete Dunne. Might try to put Pete Dunne in NXT America or North America, however y'all want to say it. Joe Coffey and Gallus showed up. Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin, man, those two are good competitors. Granted, my guy is Jordan Devlin, the Kiwi Buzzsaw, he's great too. Like it's real hard to distinguish, but overall they had a good show. Had a women's match. It was decent. But we're gonna see what happens. They're supposed to do tapings at the Royal Rumble, so maybe somebody might release some things. I don't know. As far as NXT North America is concerned, it was rumors swirling. Well, people were making speculations off Velveteen Dream's tweet because he was upset that he was in that takeover and he wasn't going to appear on anything, but he was pre-taped to be on NXT TV this past week, where he opened the show, cut a promo. Bobby Fish came at him, and I'm like, really? So you're really going to come back to Velveteen? What's wrong with you, Bobby? Like, you're upset because they got a new tag team partner, and now they don't want to break up, so you have to go win another title with Adam Cole. I mean, you're upset. It's okay. Velveteen Dream. Then it was Velveteen versus Bobby Fish in the main event, which Velveteen won. As far as the women's match, I had a tag team match. I think Io Shirai and Kairi Sane won, so I guess they're trying to make them a tag team, which I'm like kind of pissed at because I really wanted to see Io Shirai go solo because she dominated in the tournament, so I really wanted her to go solo, but apparently that didn't happen. So the next thing, Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, and Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa. That was a good segment. So Johnny Gargano goes out to attack Ricochet. Ricochet goes at him. Boom. Tommaso Ciampa attacks him. And it was feeding to Johnny Gargano. They were going at it. And then boom, Aleister Black comes with his knees and his straight. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm going to keep it as real as I possibly can get. Like, I feel like I'm a big guy. And I know wrestling is all about, just take the move, don't get botched. But Aleister Black is about to knee me and kick me. I'm sorry, I'm covering my face every time because them strikes look like I know it's they're selling it. Them shits look like he hurt. Like it look like he'll knock somebody's teeth out for real. For real. I don't know how he's so good at it, but I'm nervous. I wouldn't let this man go no. Like with his educated feet, he's not touching my face. I'm sorry, I'm not getting in the ring with him. But we learned, but then they almost did a DIY reunion, but Candice LeRae blocked it, and she's kind of like, "Hey, Candice, wow, you're back. We didn't, you were still here. You was just really, we didn't really get to see you." But she blocked that. But overall, NXT was a good show. A little build up to take over, but what really left me wondering what was really next for the Velveteen Dream. For some odd reason, either he's going to show up I think he's going to show up at Royal Rumble, or he's going to be the surprise. He's going to enter himself into the North American Championship title match, make it a triple threat, be the wild card, and he's going to win it. That's just personally what I think, but that kind of leads into what's coming up. So Royal Rumble and NXT Takeover Phoenix, respectively, Saturday and Sunday. The card for NXT Takeover Phoenix is Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, or Cassius, or as Nigel McGuinness said it, Cassius Ohno. I was gonna look here for myself. Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair, who, me personally, I think Bianca's gonna win, so Baszler can go to the main roster for Horsewoman. Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet, which I think is going to be a good match. And then the Undisputed Era versus the War Warriors. Now, I'm sorry, if the War Warriors don't win the title this time, bro, I don't know what to tell them. But there's nothing you can do because these War Warriors are like a really good team. I feel like the Undisputed Era needs to lose it, but I really think they're going to dominate again. And maybe the War Warriors go to the main roster. I don't know, but to me, I'm really feeling like. I think the match of the night, to me, is probably going to be Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano. And I think I'm buying that because how they're both technically cruiserweights. Now, Johnny's not a high flyer, but Ricochet can really, move. And Johnny, they have a little chemistry, like they fought on the Indies before. So I feel like that's gonna be a match of the night. Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno. I don't know how that one's gonna turn out. I mean, to me, I like Matt Riddle. I haven't seen the best of him, but I mean, I watched the match from him and Cody Rhodes back in what was it? I think it was back in 2014. It was like an indie show, and they had a pretty good match. So I feel like he has more. I feel like Matt Riddle has more to offer than what he's putting out, but it's only fair. It's only fair to see like where that goes. But I feel like Takeover Phoenix card is going to be an excellent card. I mean, they got a lot to compete with. You're talking about NXT Takeover UK, NXT UK Takeover Blackpool that you got to compete with, and it was a good card. So really, it's good to see where they're at. Like how is it gonna look? I mean, I think the match that everybody is really questioning is probably Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler. You know, because it's not that draw like how it was with Kari and Shayna because it goes back so deep. But I think it's time to see a new champ. They usually rotate. Like I don't think it's gonna be like how it was when Asuka was the champion, holding the title for like almost 2 years. But we'll see. As far as the Royal Rumble is concerned, I, like I said before, I think Becky's gonna win. Ronda's gonna win. Well, I think no, I think Asuka's gonna win, and Becky's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I think they're gonna do what Roman. I think Roman Reigns is gonna do. They're gonna do it. She's gonna do what Roman Reigns did last year. Lost his title match, and then win the end of the Royal Rumble. So we're gonna see. Uh, as far as my men's competitor to win the Royal Rumble, my dream is for Velveteen Dream to win it, but they're not gonna do that. I think, well, the rumor has it it's gonna be Seth Rollins, but I think Seth Rollins has built enough momentum to win the title. But I think Braun Strowman is gonna show up, and maybe Braun Strowman might get over there home and beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. We just have to see. It just takes place. I think Coffee's gonna do something. I think Coffee Kingston is gonna do something amazing, but also. I know that's not gonna happen because it's rumored that he's already signed with AEW, and is a breach of contract. But as a fantasy, I really want to see if Kenny Omega really enters the Royal Rumble. Like if New Japan and WWE worked out a deal, it's under the table to where they bought his contract out, or they allow him to go, or New Japan will allow him to go compete, and then he signs with WWE. Like I really want to see Kenny Omega enter, but my mind already tells me he's not going to be there. He's under contract with New Japan Pro, so we're gonna see. Maybe New Japan Pro says, "Hey, you're gonna WWE," and say, "Well, we're gonna honor your commitment. Why don't you just go ahead and enter the Royal Rumble? We're not gonna. We'll allow you to do that. We'll allow you to sign a contract. But it's not gonna happen. But to segue off to the Indies and AEW. So being the elite, of course, AEW's. We already know that they're announcers. They're coming, but it's gonna take a little while. No TV deal. But what they're doing is they're signing up talent. I think they crashed the indie show in. I think it was in California. They crashed the indie show. All the being the elite crew showed up. SCU showed up or whatever, and it was a pretty good show. Joe Hangman Page and Joe and Ryan finally made up. It took them so long, but after a while, they finally made up, and I'm happy that they did. The crowd was chanting double dick. I was just like, "Are you serious?" But I was like, I thought it was hilarious. Well, they made up. The Young Bucks came out, super kicking everybody. Cody Rhodes hit somebody with a crossroads, jumped over the mat. Brandy speared somebody. I'm like, yo, Brandy is a good ass wrestler. I don't know why he saying. I think they came back with a note on being the elite, telling her that, hey, you're not a wrestler. Come home. I was like, no, Brandy can wrestle, and she has a little bit of draw to herself. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing. But they're signing up talent left and right. I didn't think they signed a lot of new talent, like not a big new talent recently, but they're out scouting the word. They're showing up in indie shows, which is kind of crazy, But we'll see where it goes. They're also, if you follow All Elite Wrestling or Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Cody Rhodes. They were out scouting MGM Grand to see how their All In 2 show, Double or Nothing, would go, trying to get like previews and looks at how you want to do things. So you just gotta see, man. You just gotta keep up with it. But now we're gonna get to the rumors that's going on right now. One of the things that I saw, I can't remember who first. It was on the. It was on the. What was it? It was. I saw this. I saw this pop up on. I think I looked in news today and I saw it pop up. They said somebody said Ronda Rousey is likely done with WWE. I was like, hey, did she just sign the contract? I don't think WWE do 1 year deals, you know. But it kind of and when I first heard it, I'm like, damn, that's why she's getting pushed like this. That's why she had the championship, because she's like she's doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, maybe. And I was like, that's why she had the championship. She's gonna drop it at Royal Rumble, thank the fans, and walk away. But just as I was getting ready to come on air and go live, TMZ reported that she's not done with WWE. Like, people think, like, they must have speculated. They would confirm that they must have speculated because she wants to start the family that maybe she'll hang it up. But she also said that maybe there could probably be an extensive break from the company and then she'll come back. That's what they're thinking. But me personally, I'm like, I don't think. I said we just have to wait and see on that one. But I think I think it was given away that Ronda Rousey was going to leave the company, so they had to come up with something quick. Like, oh my God, Dave, Dave Meltzer is a big ass snitch, just to keep it 100. He know everything, and ain't nothing they can gonna stay out of his ear. But he let that one loose. He's probably like, damn, fans is like, oh, now, or maybe it's a work, man. Maybe it's a work so everybody can think that maybe she'll lose to whoever faces her at WrestleMania or whatever. You have to play out and see. Last week we talked about how the Canelli asked for their release from the company. They lied and said they came speculate said they didn't, but now they've been pulled from everything. They have not been on the road. They have not been on TV, and their little love special that's supposed to be on WWE Network canceled. And I feel like that's sad, but hey, at the end of the day, we gotta roll with it. Another shocking rumor that I heard. I don't follow TNA like that. I used to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big wrestling fan, but it's hard to keep up with TNA. Then they moved to Pursuit Channel, this channel that ain't on nobody, and don't really a lot of networks. So it's kind of hard to keep up with them. But what I did hear is two superstars. Well, I didn't hear, but I did see. An article I was looking at in the rumors is two superstars are planning to leave Impact for WWE, and one of them was somebody who I felt like should have made that jump a while ago, but didn't. Is Abyss, and I'm like, yo, Abyss is coming to WWE. Yo, it's about dang time, and I'm happy. I'm happy that he's making that leap, but it's like like how is this push gonna look? Because Abyss, you gotta remember, Abyss is probably he's been with the company for a while. You talking about TNA? He's 45. He's 45 years old right now, so he's really pushing. He's really pushing like the Undertaker, 6'8", 350, and he's still wrestling. And he's been wrestling since 1995, and he's been with TNA. Well, like maybe since I know he started in 2002 and it's 2018, so he's probably been back and forth on maybe stepped in with the Ring of Honor. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't followed Abyss in a while. Like I haven't kept up with TNA or Impact Wrestling, as they call it. I'm sorry, in a while. But I was happy to hear that. Right now, wrestling is real interesting right now, and it's the more and more Royal and closer and closer it gets to Royal Rumble, we're going to see what's going to happen. I'll say this: the biggest fish in the sea right now, Kenny Omega. As big as it seems, he is. This weekend right here is the weekend that will tell us where he's going. If he's going to go to New Japan, or if he's going to not New Japan, he's going to re-sign with New Japan. Is he going to go to AEW, or is he going to sign with WWE? But we gotta see. Like we gotta see what happens. But I think, me personally, we just gotta see. It's just really gotta see. As far as New Japan goes, I haven't been keeping up with them. Well, I'm trying. First of all, I'm trying to get tickets to go to New Japan when they come to America, but it's kind of hard. One of the shows got canceled because the government shut down, so the visas won't allow the Japanese superstars to come to America, which kind of sucks. But hey, uh, I hope they do a refund. I hope they probably do. They'll probably do refunds. They'll probably see how that goes, but we'll see how that happens. I'm gonna do it this week for Big Boy Knows Wrestling. I'm just gonna leave you with one thing: don't stop, don't believe in your dreams, and just keep going. I'm working on trying to get a logo done. I made my own personal logo. You can probably see it if you watch this on YouTube. I'm trying to get I'm trying to start getting episodes on SoundCloud, but we're gonna work it from there. I'm trying to work that out right now. It should be easy, but you'll probably see a logo coming very soon. So be on the lookout. Also, if anybody makes logos and want to make one for me, or want to tell me some pricing, we can go from there. Also, I'm really not that popular, but anybody that knows anybody that can hit me in contact with somebody from Pro Wrestling Tees, please get me in contact with them. Because for some odd reason, I've been trying to order 2 shirts. First of all, by the way, one of them is from my man Marty Scroll, and the other one was a shirt I saw for this guy he does wrestling and flow. I wanted to get one of his shirts. I want to support him. And for some odd reason, every time I try to buy it, it just never go through. I'm like, man, what's going on? So I need to figure out what's going on with these people from Pro Wrestling Tees. So if somebody knows anybody I can get in contact with, leave it in the comments below on YouTube, or by the way, at Big Will Knows Wrestling on Instagram, and we can figure that out. I'm working on getting a Twitter account. I'm working on getting a Facebook account, but we just got to see. I think because that is just me and not other people involved. It's really just me and people supporting me, like my wife and my friends and stuff. It's not really. I have the control. I have the creative control. I say, I do everything together. I edit stuff. So it's kind of hard to sit here, what I'm saying, try to make all these social media channels. I try to just stick to what I know. I like to just stay strictly on Instagram and YouTube. But if a lot of action is on Twitter, I will go to Twitter just to just to see what action I need to see, to listen to what's going on, and to stay on top of everything. So we're just gonna end it on here. I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you if you made it to episode 4 of me. I'm appreciative, and have a good day.